Hello and welcome everyone, my name is Drewlik and we're doing PvP. So I'm getting denied by the door at the very instant we get into this game. Well, I have to say I was a bit disoriented here on ancient Hypergates. As I went into the game it already started, so I was like, what is going on? So fortunately though, the very nice door there helped me, to recover from that confusion and just blocked me out of, participating in this game. And the sorcerer decides to suicide. I mean, why do people still do this? It's 2015. I mean, Hypergate has been out for quite a while, and although it has happened to me, that I just jumped down there, I mean, you should know by now. You always can get a bit excited, and jump down too early. I get that, when you just are so keen on, hurting the enemies and you just want to jump down there, but, with the pylon explosion, it's always like that, so, I don't know. So we've got the assassin right here, who just died via auto shot. And we got the Thork over here, who does die shortly after with a nice thermal detonator for 11k. So, as I was saying, I am on my Mercenary. So this is the very Mercenary on Red Eclipse. So this is on Red Eclipse, no ping issues whatsoever, because that is a European server, European master race. Oh yes, that is how it is. I mean, not that I think that NA is bad or something, but it's just, with the ping and everything, it's just a lot more pleasant to play here. Not that I'm, going to, abandon my sniper, it's just, I've got a nice Mercenary over here, and you can enjoy some nice, unaltered gameplay here, so it's always nice. Got another Mercenary here who just gets critted into oblivion, and he's gone. And we quite decisively won mid here. So as I'm kind of looking about what is going on, like one healer said that he wanted to, heal mid and maybe not defend. I don't know, I think healers defending is quite good in this metagame, because if you've got so many healers and you don't really need them and you win mid anyway, why not let a healer defend? I mean, he can very easily heal himself through anything. Like, the one problem that they of course have is with, getting CC'd, but a sorcerer doesn't really have that problem, because you can break twice, so I have no real problem with, a healing Thork defing in this metagame, because you're not really requiring his heal anyways, but yeah. If this were a different metagame I would totally agree and say, yeah, healer shouldn't def, but, we have so many, we have just so many of them, just send some of them off to go def, fuck you healers. We don't need you, we need damage, we need to kill them. This is Hypergates, we need mad damage. So as this guy nearly got critted through his quota overload and the other guy healing him, unfortunately I was alone and I couldn't crit him. So sad. So now I'm over to the operative, I burst him down. He for some mad reason tried to, hardcast the quota injection versus me. I just interrupted him and he had to use everything right there. He used his evasion and he just had to vanish right there, and the other mercenary isn't really effective in doing his stuff, which is attacking me, which is not working out too well. For one I'm mitigating, for the other part I'm getting healed a lot more effectively than the other guy, and he's dead. So that's just how it works sometimes. So now is the good old cleanup, now that everybody died. We're doing quite the amount of damage now. I'm very I'm pleased with this kind of team. We are doing decent damage, and of course I have free reign over bursting anybody that I like to burst. That's always a very nice state of game to be in, just being able to pick out a target and burst him. So for example, here's the mercenary, I do loss him right here, so his blazing bolts gets interrupted, and now I try to set up because he didn't get healed yet, and I just thought, well, maybe this time while he doesn't have his quota overload I can just burst him around, but for some unfortunate reason this time the healer healed pretty well, and look at him once more using his quota waves. I mean, I have talked about quota waves before, and that I very much dislike healers being able to just quota wave somebody from 0 to 100, I mean, I am exaggerating here a bit, but you know the point that I'm trying to make here. People, a re-healing single target burst, that is just grinding my gears. But he's dead, so no crawls to be had right there, as he's once more trying to do something, getting a nice burst here, and instead of chasing for the kill, I'm just like, you know what, here's a perfectly fine other guy who I just can crit, as he once more deflected my mag shot. Now, I do run accuracy on this character, so he had like a 1% chance of deflecting that, but he did. He totally did, because that's just my life. you know. Sometimes, I don't know, they just deflect all the time. So, attacking the operative right here. As I do dot him right here to apply some more pressure. I should have probably just went for the CC right here. Bit unfortunate. Just tried, you know, maybe I can pressure him. Even here, you know, as he used his evasion, I just redot him, which is pretty bad because now my other teammate here dies, and as I'm on the sorcerer and on the mercenary as well, and I'm just, you know, cross applying damage. I tried to CC the healer, but then I realized that he already had the stuff going. So I went over here. He just thinks that I'm dead. So I'm getting over here, getting rooted, getting challenged once more. Now this healer is very, very bad. He didn't heal the other guy up. Now he does break it. He does break everything, but he then tries to deal damage because he doesn't feel like this other guy is contested, so he just dies. Now, as I'm preparing to also kill the operative, yeah, the other guy comes back and wants a piece of me. And now, just as I was to kill this guy, the mercenary just finished the job for him. Very, very, very unfortunate right there. Was nearly a 3v1, but as I said, I did misplay quite a bit with reapplying the dots all the time, so I kind of denied myself any possibility of CCing one of the three guys, because it's pivotal, you know. In a 2v1 you can just tank it right through it if they're bad enough, but a 3v1 you need to CC one, kill one, and then, you know, do the 2v1. I didn't do that, so that is entirely on me because I didn't win that one. But then again, I did take somebody with me and did nearly kill a healer. Nearly. But as you all know, nearly is not good enough. It's just not good enough. So I always try to push for more. Now I am reluctant to finish him right here because he still has got the stack of damage reduction. Not damage reduction, what's that called? Of you know, like immunity, of, you know, the Shuffler immunity. He's playing Arsenal, so he had Shuffler immunity, so I didn't want to use any tech spell against him because I didn't want, you know, to be useless. So I just tried to kill him with white hits, which is pretty difficult if you're on the move with an innovative Ordnance mercenary and you've got all of your shit on cooldown. It's very difficult to kill somebody with white hits. You're kind of relying on all of your tech hits, which is pretty good against most classes. You know, the evasion, you know, is just ignored through all of the tech hits. But in that particular case, you know, against the Arsenal mercenaries with Shuffler, I would have rather have more white hits. I don't know. I always seem to be complaining of just I'm sorry, but just this guy just explodes. Just get wrecked, boy. I always like to have the flexibility of having both tech hits and white hits, and it works out against most classes pretty well, but against, say, Arsenal Merc, it's not very good because he just counters you with his Shuffler. So, as I'm moving over here, I'm dealing terrible amounts of damage to that assassin, and I'm like, bro, why do you even chase me? Like, he's dead. Why did he feel the need to chase me with 30% HP? That's pretty suicidal, I have to say. But he's dead, and it was his decision in life, so who am I to question him? Maybe he had some plans with this, maybe he didn't want to live, I don't know. But as I am once more going on to the sorcerer, we are at 860 points almost, so he just bubbles right there. I mean, he has to bubble at some point, you know. So it's, you know, you could call it arbitrary, you know, with the bubbling, but if you're playing against a sorcerer, there's always, and you're a good damage dealer, at some point you are going to try and overburst somebody, and he's just going to go into the bubble. That's just a fact of life. Just get used to it. That's just going to happen in a game. Anytime you play against a sorcerer, he's just going to bubble once you get every cooldown going. That's just going to happen once in the game. So I have come to terms with it. I'm not raging about that anymore. It's just how my life is as a damage dealer versus sorcerers. And this game ends right here. So pretty easy. I did rejoin this game, so it's going to be rather short. But I did deal 800k damage after rejoining. So topping off the meters right here. So my penis is very big and hard, and I'm very, very, very proud of myself, as I should be. So looking at the kills, I did have, I believe, the 12 kills and 2 solo kills, so pretty good statistic for only having 90% participations and 14 of them being kills. So pretty good rate, but then again the enemies weren't that good. Anyway, my name is Drewlik, you've been watching PvP, and as always, have a good one.